What's going on, guys? It's Future Richie here. Just want to apologize now for the audio issues. For some reason my system decided to reset all my gameplay audio, so unfortunately it does get a little bit loud throughout this episode, but from here on out, from episode 3, we should be back up and running. So apologies for that, but let's get into the episode. What's going on, guys? It's Richie and welcome back to Technic Revival. Done a little bit of on-stream shenanigans yesterday, so we'll just quickly go through. Obviously, you can see that we've now got E2 amethyst growing, which is pretty cool. I think we might get an E2 rather than refined storage because I'm so used to refined storage. I want to try something different. We have also built extra farms here. Just getting a free cam, so we've got extra farms. I figured 6 wide rather than 3, just because why not? Kind of lose a bit of space, but it is what it is. It's not hard to terraform. We've got animal paddocks, which will eventually turn into I never remember the name of it. It'll eventually turn into sort of like an animal building. So over here, we've got 2 spots laid out. This one's going to be for refined storage. No, it's not. This one's going to be for extreme reactors. This is where the reactor's going to go. And this one's going to be for mechanism, which is what we are getting into today. So I did start previously trying to do this, but for some reason none of the audio came through. So we've had to start again. But I just went off, did a little bit of mining. We've got a few things. Actually found a wither skeleton skull in a chest underneath one of them mob spawner things. So we've got that. We've got another enchanted table. We've got a notch apple. I've got a bunch of diamonds, and I also got a lot of redstone, which is perfect because we need a lot of redstone. I did create a coal generator in the last video that I made for this, but sadly no audio. But if you're wondering how to make the coal generator, it's just through actual addition, so it's really simple, really easy. It's literally just cobble, a bit of coal, and iron casings, which is really simple and easy to make as well. It probably doesn't produce a whole bunch of power, but it'll be enough to get us through for the metallurgic infuser, to which I can then make a couple of wind generators and start the process. So I've got some osmium cooked up. I might cook up a little bit more, seeing as we are going to need as much osmium as we possibly can. So let's cook that up and let's pull out this osmium here. Alrighty. So metallurgic infuser is pretty simple, pretty easy. Pull out a bunch of cobblestone, just make some furnaces. Like so. And I think what I'll actually do, let's put the magnet in there and turn it off for now. I'll also put some of that redstone back just to give us a bit of space. So pull out zinc, not osmium. There we go. Alright, metallurgic infuser. Step 1, perfect. So now with this we can make the base components that we need for it. So let's just put that there, put a little bit of coal in here. Just generate, are you filling up? Yes you are, that's perfect. Alrighty. So the first thing that we're going to do is the energized smelter, which is osmium and 2 bits of redstone. And I'm going to need a couple of them. I'm also going to need some steel. How do I make steel again? This is the one thing I hate is it never shows you the right way to make steel. At least not at first. And I know how to make it. I just can never remember how to make it. All right. So I can make steel like that pretty easily, but I think that's actually a waste. Pretty sure there's another way we can make it. Steel grit can't really do much with because you need a solidification chamber, which definitely can't do because you need steel. So mechanism steel with steel dust. Ah, that's how. Enrich iron and carbon. So iron and coal a few times. Perfect. So let's do... Let's do 10 to start with. Do I really want 10? Oh, that's not what I was supposed to do. Let's do 9 to start with, and then from there we can sort of sort the rest out. Right. So whilst that's doing that, let's grab what else we need. Glass. Enrichment chamber, we're going to need some as well. So that's 8. Or 8. 12. 16. Alright, so we're actually going to have to do 16. Which is fine. Perfect. Alright. So what the plan is to set up the processing so it goes right through to, I think it's 3 that you can use with get out the purification chamber. 2. Yep, not 3. From that, 2 from raw. Yeah, so it's 2 or 3 that you can get out of it. But that will essentially, that's still going to give us plenty of what we need. So if I use this, should be the purification chamber. Yeah, so it gives us 2 iron clumps. So this is going to double the process until we can get sort of silk touch, and then it'll start giving us 3. You're large, so I can probably get rid of you now. Let you keep growing. Right. So, glass. Where's the glass? I don't have any glass. Good thing I grabbed a bunch of sand. Unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of coal left. But that's sort of fine. It is what it is. Alright. So, energize smelter we can get sorted easily. That's just iron as well, so that's fine. This one here is going to be a little bit more tricky because it needs the advanced circuit, which is infused, which is redstone and copper, so it's actually not too bad. Energized tablets, also not too bad. So let's grab a bunch of copper out as well. And then for the mechanical pipe, that is just steel and a bucket, which is easy enough. And I also need a pressurized tubing, which is just glass and steel, so that's fine as well. Perfect. All right, so I think what I'll do is I'll quickly get all this made up, all of the ores and things that we need, and then we'll come back, we'll make up all these, put them in place, and get the ball rolling, and get into some mechanism. Alrighty, so gone ahead and grabbed all of the basic controls, infused alloy, things like that, as well as the steel. So first thing first, we need energized smelter. So let's make up. So need 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So energized smelter. Did that use up all the glass? Oops. Quickly cook up some more glass. Whilst we're waiting for that, let's go and the enrichment chamber. I need 2 of them because I also need the purification chamber. So that's fine. The purification chamber, enrichment chamber. Energized smelter. Now we will turn them into basic smelting factories at some point, but for now that will sort of do. We also need the gold dust, osmium dust, and iron dust. So, is there a way without using the crusher to get them? Yes, I can't just use the engineer's hammer. Though it looks like it's only going to work on the raw stuff. So we might actually need to make up the crusher as well. I don't have any lava. That's fine. For now, that's fine. So let's make windmill. So we need the energy tablets. Excellent. And then make 8 universal cables. Basic pipe. That should be all we really need. The pipe I don't really need just yet, but at least this way we've got it. Now, how do I get into the flux that is dropping? Dropping obsidian onto bedrock. Okay. They have to be at the stupid levels. Right, so that one I'm not going to deal with just yet. But that's fine. I did also make this sort of little start on this sort of build. Just that way we can at least have somewhere to put everything. So for now, we're not going anything too crazy. So it's going to be, it would be purification, and then it would be enrichment and smelter. And then it'd be a chest on this side. So I'll sort that out in just a moment. But yes. Yes, auto eject on. Auto eject on. Perfect. And then I might actually move this metallurgical confuser over as well, just so that way it can be connected up to the power, and we'll stick that there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, actually, let's put it there just for now. Alrighty. It's probably not gonna work, but let's actually stick you there, because that doesn't really matter. And we'll stick the wind turbine so here, because it doesn't actually need to be. I think what I'll actually do. This is obviously going to get moved. I just want to make sure that it's going to work first. So that there, that is powering, that is powering, that's powering. Perfect. Everything is getting power. So you push out 80. That's 8, 8, 32, and 8. So that's fine, at least for now. So what I can do is I can now go and get myself a couple of chests. I'll also need to make up a crusher and make up a couple more of these basic control circuits. So let me do that, and then we should be completed for the mechanism side of it. Alrighty, so I've done the crusher. Also added an extra wind generator. Now, obviously, these are going to have to change. I've also got the electrolytic separator and the electric pump. So this is all going to change very, very soon. And by very soon, I mean by the end of the episode. And the way that's going to happen is with another mod. If you actually look in the top corner, if you look down here, gold has an EMC value of 2048. Diamonds has 8192. But the basic universal cable has 71. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get into Project E with the transmutation table, which is just obsidian, stone, and a philosopher's stone. But I need glowstone for it. So that's right, we are going to go to the nether. Now, I've got plenty of obsidian. And what I'm going to do is I was taking a look at this area, and I thought I want a cool place for the nether portal. And then I figured right in here, we put the nether portal in right in here. We can then have netherrack spewing out of it, maybe some lava coming off the sides, whatever. I think that'd be a really cool place. Obviously right here is also going to be where the main mine shaft sort of entrance is going to be. But want to put the nether portal up in here. It's away from the base, and we can terraform it to look really cool. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I'm actually going to go up a couple of levels to about here. So let's open the backpack. Now you'll see I've also got a diamond wand. That's because construction wands has been added just to make life a bit easier. Now, just for now, I'm going to make it a standard size. And then eventually I will end up making it bigger. I just don't have enough obsidian right now. But having the nether portal there will look really cool. And then if I make it larger, so it's like a 3x3 or a 5x5 kind of deal, I think that would look really cool up there. Even if I just extend it 2 and then up 1 or something. For now, that can go back in there. I need a flint and steel, so where's all my flint? You're in there. Let's make a flint and steel. Now, next episode we might go exploring the nether, if I don't do it on stream. But right now we're going to go in, take a quick look around. If we find blaze burners, then that's going to be pretty amazing. But if we don't, then it sort of is what it is. We can find that next episode or between streams. I don't want to do too much sort of on stream. Oh, that took a while to load up. Wow, this is a pretty bad spawn location. Oh my gosh. Okay. Could have been a better place, but it is what it is. Obviously, eventually we'll end up going up to the surface anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Where am I? Wait, where am I? There. Okay, so what is around here? I don't know what you are. You look kind of cool. Don't know what you are, but you look really cool. So there's definitely some places to adventure in here. Obviously, we also need to find a nether fortress, which on the map doesn't look like there's any nearby, which is, yeah, that's sort of fine. Right, so I do need... There's glowstone, glowstone just there, but God, this is very dangerous area to have spawned. Whilst I'm doing this, I do just want to say to anyone who has downloaded the mod pack, apologies for the previous update where it had the quest book with like 2 random lines in it. Quest book wasn't supposed to be installed. I thought I removed it, but apparently I didn't. So apologies for that. It has now been removed. So there is an update to it, as well as just general mod updates anyway, so It was worth doing. 1, to get rid of the quest book. 2, also to have all the mods up to date. I think I'm just gonna have to find my way back down here safely. Grab a bunch of basalt and just sort of... No, I don't want to deal with you. That wasn't ideal. Still isn't. I'm burning. Still burning. Thank you. Oh, I got worried for a second there. Especially seeing as I don't have Tombstone mod or anything installed. That could have gone really bad. Oh, I will take a quartz. Can never go wrong with another quartz. Oh, you got a baby on you. Well, that's cute. Right. Yeah, this is such a really bad area. Why did I have to spawn in like one of the worst spots? I'm just gonna have to try and get up there, I suppose. Got a bunch of black stone. Let's just chuck all this in. Like so, and I'll probably turn on the magnet as well, just so that way it's a bit easier. Definitely gonna have to find a way to make it a lot safer when I come through there, because that could have been really bad if I'd have just decided I'm gonna go for a wander somewhere. Basalt now. Let's go straight up. Where do we need? Yeah. Yeah, let's go straight up on here. Not something I want to do, but something I kind of have to do. I hate the nether. Really do not like the nether. I don't like this. I can only blame myself for adding Terra Lift, because I'm assuming that that's partly the issue. Oh, and it's night time and there's lots of mobs around and I'm gonna die. I don't like it. Get me home. Why? Oh. Well, whilst they're dying off and despawning and whatever else they're doing, let's quickly make this a Philosopher's Stone and tablet. And a diamond. Good thing is you can do it in any sort of way you want to do it. Cool. And then transmutation table is obsidian and stone. Be fine. It's got to be actual stone. Thought I'd be able to get away without having to cook it. I'm just going to use logs. I only need to cook up 4, so. Go away, spider. Creepers and whatever else is there. Right, so the other thing I will eventually start looking at is the energy condenser and the collectors, because this can get us whatever we need almost instantly, which is amazing. And the swift wood render gale, once we get dark matter, that is going to help us out a whole lot, because it means we can just fly, which is perfect. Right. And let's stick you up on there. Cool. So what I'm going to do... Ooh. No, I don't have weapon or food or anything. Go away. Damn it, creeper. Alright. So I'm going to steal one of these. Like so. And now like between episodes, I'm actually going to go ahead and learn everything. So that way the system knows sort of everything that we've got, and that way we can actually get what we need. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal a couple of diamonds and I'm going to pop them in there, so that way we can get a whole bunch of these basic cables. Got 64 of them, so that's perfect. What that's going to allow us to do, once I've got rid of this spider, there we go. Since when did spiders drop armor? So what that's going to allow us to do is move all of these into place that I want them. We can then move them to over here for now and get this place looking somewhat decent. So give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to get this all sort of laid out. I won't start any processing until I come back, but I'll get this sorted so you don't have to sort of sit there and watch. And yeah, we'll go from there. Alrighty, so we're all done. I've moved wind type binds over here. We've got metallurgical confuser over here, and we've got all this set up. So pump's bringing the water in. It's going into the electrolytic separator, which is sending hydrogen into the tank, and the oxygen straight into the purification chamber. We've got the crusher, enrichment chamber, energized smelter, and chest. So let's go and actually I've got a couple of raw items in here. So let's start with the iron and make sure input is on the top of my unit. You taking anything out? just try it this way. Might need to put a pipe in. So you're gonna finish the raw into clump, and then you're gonna crush it. A dirty chunk, and then you're gonna pop it into normal. Into dust, and then you're gonna smelt it, and you do automatically crush out, so that's perfect. Excellent. So we are now duplicating our ores, which is excellent, and for crying out loud. For those of you who don't know, you can turn on and off the sort of extreme bright. You'll need to reconfigure. It's currently set to H. So you'll have to reconfigure it to something you'd prefer, but you can turn it on and off. Now, I want to ask you guys, this one trader actually has a fairly decent sword. Sharpness 5, looting 4, unbreaking 5, mending, and capturing. It's 45 emeralds, but to me that's a pretty decent sword. So let me know if I trade with him for these smaller ones. Will he then cut the price down for this possibly? And is this sort of a decent option to go? Because if it is, I'm tempted. But guys, that's pretty much it for us today. We've done a couple of things. Obviously, we've got the mechanism all sorted out. We've got nether portal to the worst location ever. Plus, we started with the Project E. Main thing was getting this somewhat sorted today. Next episode, we'll probably adventure the nether a little bit more. As well as maybe to add a little bit more to the mechanism side of things, get some more tanks, and hopefully turn all these into factories and get us to 4 or 5 duplication. So, but we'll have to wait and see what does happen next episode, because I generally don't know what will, and that power isn't quite strong enough, so I'm going to have to increase the power. We definitely need to get onto this, so we might end up doing that as next episode as a priority to get extra power, because I'm going to have to put one more wind turbine in, but I kind of don't want to rely on the turbines. I want the extreme reactor, so we'll see how it all goes, but for now, that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like rating, and don't forget to subscribe. If you want to follow along, link is in the description to download through the Curse launcher. And if you do want to see the behind the scenes of adventuring and making the builds, things like that, doing anything that I don't do on stream, on the episode, come onto Twitch and join in the streams. I take your guys' suggestions and advice and opinions as well, so if you have any suggestions or anything like that, pop them in the comment or join on the streams, and we will see you in the next one, where we'll sort out the power and go exploring. Bye bye now.